So
Lucy. She's done with her cat treats. I had her up here to go live and she jumps down. We have to go get the Cheetos to get her up here. So, anything going on this week, guys? I got nothing.
Friday, non-political tarot reads, I think, on my channel with Johnny and Sienna and Shining Hawk. That's it.
We're boring tonight. I've got nothing. I'm on Jody Roberts' channel next Sunday, a week from today. I think at 4 Central.
Mm-hmm.
I had to double check the time and post it, doing a chat with her.
That'd be awesome. Your last conversations with coffee was fantastic.
Oh, thank you. We love doing those. I've got a playlist now on my folders tab, playlist tab for anybody that wants to go back and rewatch old sacred sounds of coffee.
Oh, fantastic.
And of course, if you want a reading with me, you can visit my website at jinlintarot.com, or if you would like to purchase a gift card for someone else, they're also available there.
I need the millennials in the chat to tell me, or millennials and Gen Xers, has the Super Bowl halftime show started? Because that's pretty much the only thing any of us care about.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see my beloved M and Snoop.
I have to say I'm a Snoop Dogg fan, so I'm taping it so I could watch it later.
I was like, I'm going to tape it and then see all the hoopla that will be on the social medias about it.
I really wanted to get that Snoop on a shelf back at Christmas time. That instead of Elf on a shelf, they had a Snoop Dogg on the shelf.
He just bought I think he's like primary owner of Death Row Records now, which is quite the irony. So I was like, okay, Snoop, go ahead.
Wormwood.
Wormwood.
That she sent us. That is the new COVID cure. Wormwood.
That sounds like something you don't want in your system.
Can be toxic, and I think she said I said something about it causes seizures, and it does cause seizures if you get too much in your body.
It can cause paralysis and seizures and death at very high dosage.
I can't. I absolutely cannot.
And then Becca said that she got the clover, so it's a weed or patches of grass or something, and it is an herb. And apparently I said it is a concoction, something they have to cook, and it is traditional. It is used in traditional medicines as a dewormer, like the ivermectin. So it is something you need to combine with other things in order to use safely. So yeah.
The latest fake cure.
Barfed.
That's the latest fake cure. We were right on all fronts for entertainment purposes only. Let's start there. What's the next cure? And thank you, Adrian, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I love Sunday night tarot.
Yeah, we're talking before the show. I forget that once we start to welcome you.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you,
Marie and Catherine. Thank you for your super chat before we even started.
What is the
2 and 2? The 2s just flew out. I had 2 of them, well, 3 of them fly out here. So there's 2 of something.
What's the next one?
Wait, I'm still trying to pull up YouTube. My life is not together.
I love it. What's the next thing they're going to be talking about? And I got the messenger on the bottom.
Oh, good Lord.
Son of a mother. God dang it.
Well, that doesn't tell me much.
Okay, I'll keep that. Fill out twice. Now, mind you, this is all so you do not have to get the vaccine.
I'd rather take something that gives me seizures and hot poops than get an injection. It's just nuts.
I can't
I cannot.
do anything but to get the jab, as they say.
Ooh, whatever it is, it affects the heart big time. They're going to all die of heart attacks.
Well, they say, let's go Darwin.
Don't be super truthful.
I mean, it like quickly attacks the heart. Like, boom.
And it's something in a pill form I'm getting too.
I'm getting pill, but like having to make it, thank you, Mel, like having to concoct it again.
Listen, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. You shouldn't have to flick the wrist with anything other than cake batter, people. Come on. Like, what's it called?
So I get Queen of Pentacles fell out twice, so I kept her there. That is usually the Earth or America for me. So something from the Earth. Again, this is their attempt to go all natural. Because you got chips and tracking devices and stuff in your jab. There's the 9 of Wands, which means it's either formed something, so maybe something in rock form, or something under pressure, something that is maybe deep down or it's under pressure, maybe even roots could even be something like that. But whatever it is, it's deep down. It is something also, this is obscure, but I'm going to say it anyway because that's how tarot works sometimes. Something people used to give children back in the day. And it was thought to have possibly been a cure for something that it wasn't. And possibly a lot of children got hurt. Not that that's funny, but yeah. Primitive people.
I got that children's card too.
There's something that it was possibly for children back in the day, because the moon is here. The moon is mystery. It's secret. It's treacherous. It's it's not a good thing. 6 of Wands and the Hangman. This one I don't see. There's something about, I don't know if you have to put it on yourself or you can put it on yourself if it's in a certain form. I don't get this part exactly, but there's something about you that you have to put yourself in the position to do this. So I don't know if you put it on yourself or you have to bathe with it or drop it in your eye or something, but it comes in many forms possibly. That's probably what that means. So
thank you, Mary Harrow. I get with that moon card, I get you have to harvest it at night.
I get that. And actually you pick it during the day. It's something that grows in the ground, but with the sun, it's something that I was wondering if maybe you ingest it during the day.
these people.
There's something about like having to wait to harvest it at night or having to wait till daylight to harvest it or something. I don't know.
And the funny, a lot of people gonna get sick though, because the word of warning is the 4 of Swords.
They're gonna have heart attacks.
Yeah. Also, too, there's gonna be some squabbling about how to take it or how to ingest it, or somebody's gonna say like, I've got the better remedy formula for how to cook it. I've got the best where you can smoke it. I've got the best where you can just put it in a pill form. But there's gonna be, and they're so desperate to get anything other than just taking the damn vaccine that they're going to like actually cannibalize and fight themselves over this next new miracle drug.
It affects their central nervous system and skeletal system too. Like they'll start staggering around. Affects their balance.
They poison themselves.
Because it's really, really strong. And it's lethal. What you getting, Becca?
Something that grows at night under moonlight that you can take before bed, or they take it before bed, but it grows at night.
Like night blooming jasmine or something.
But it causes a lot of illness. Here.
Watch it be nightshade. Watch it be nightshade.
And this right here, this would be like pillows, magnets. This is something that grows. This is boxes and beds, anything deep, dark in a drawer. under the bed. So it's something that grows at night.
Mandrake root. We'll see.
Datura as well. Forms of datura, which if you don't do it right, you'll kill yourself. Highly toxic, you know.
Purely for entertainment purposes only, we do not endorse any of these treatments.
Do not do it.
Please don't. Just don't.
As the disclaimer said, don't take medical advice from nobody on YouTube, and do not self-medicate.
No.
Go to the doctors.
Well, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, or the big toilet in the room, and Mar-a-Lago, and 15 boxes of highly classified materials, and flushing and eating notes. And my first question is, will the plumber from the White House have to testify to the January 6th committee?
Because mind you, I want to go on record, and I said this before we started the live stream. I remember him complaining about the lack of water pressure in the White House and the constantly clogged toilets like 2 years ago.
Well, he's talking about the Democrats have ruined water, toilets so much, by doing the economical toilets that you have to flush, 10 or 15 times. Well, yeah, when you got paper all jammed in there.
And whatever you put in there, that's, yeah.
It's not diaper gate, it's toilet gate.
Oh, will he have to testify?
Well, the plumbers,
The plumbers,
or the White House, who had to go repeatedly to unclog his toilets for various reasons, I'm sure.
I mean,
This is like some Monty Python level crap, dude. Documents, flushed them down the toilet, burned them. I mean,
you can't this up.
because you think of the most bizarre thing, and then he will do it.
remember that time a while ago when he was president where the Onion was just writing ridiculous stuff and then it was coming true?
It was almost like they were like a White House plant. And they were trying to warn us, but because it was the Onion, we never took it seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
I'm wondering, like, did he just eat it or did he
Go down the tree. He eats paper. The other one eats paste. The other one probably eats crayon. The other one probably eats pencil eraser. They're not normal people.
It's a family of goats.
They just eat trash and anything.
And that's an insult to goats.
They're goats.
I get if they do testify, it is going, whatever evidence they have, whatever they have is strong. There is strength behind their case. It's actually going to cause some burdens, like with the Republican Party, with the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups for me is always the Republican card. In the environment, though, I get yes. Ace of Swords are going to bring in some new thoughts, some new knowledge. You can't make this up. This is the perfect card. And the outcome, though, is the ace. Ace. That is not an ace. Try this again, Blue Kitty. 8 of Swords. So this could actually mean prison time, some extra jail time. So I think they may have to. Or if they do, it's not going to be pretty.
What I really love about that Ace of Swords is what was that, Robert Mueller?
Yeah.
That was the investigation. I mean, yeah. Come on. Like we're still in that realm.
We're still there.
What'd you get, Johnny?
I get if somebody's already given something. Thank you, Alexis. I got somebody already gave something. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, that this may have happened on a small scale. So this is not like a full-blown investigation. This is a telephone call to such and such. Hey, did you notice anything strange type of thing? So something formal may come later to an entire committee, but somebody has already reached out and sort of tried to cover little bases like this. 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. I'll leave that. There is delicate words. Um, there's I think I don't know how none of that works. There might be somebody check the septic tanks. I'll say that. Check. Just check. I'll say. Yes, but there is worry within the White House. A lot of people hold information actually that the January 6th committee would be interested in having, and the toilets and other receptacles, trash, sinks, the
Go
back
check.
of the toilet,
Go
anywhere you can stash something.
Go check the fireplaces because some of that
Any-
stuff may have not burnt all the way down.
Talk to everybody.
What'd you get, Becca?
I get that there's a repeated visitor there. So I don't know if they had a certain company on speed dial that they just kept going to, or maybe a plumber or a couple of plumbers, but it's a repeat visitor. So I would say yes.
He's on staff. He's like the repair guy that's on staff at the White
But it's like the Diet Coke button. He's got a plumber button too.
Oh my God.
I got a dictionary in there this time.
Got the Drano button.
When I was gone last week, I had my little nephews over, 5 and 7. They don't even eat paper, you guys. And here
Me
you
too.
I'm just shoving classified documents in his mouth. Like, are you kidding me right now?
I have never been so desperate to hide anything as to where I would go to eat it.
With everything he snorts up his nose, eating it's an easy way in.
That's a good point.
So I get they're already investigating it on the bottom. Something treasonous that he didn't quite get flushed down all the way. and I get put your little rubber gloves on and take a look. There's an abundance of stuff from the White House. I think it's already made its way over. They've got something tangible. So something got pulled out of that toilet. That's what I'm getting. And yeah, there's somebody that's going to be testifying, but they're going to share something tangible too. It's like, we dislodged this. We fought. We brought it in.
I mean, not even Nixon ate stuff, dude. Come on.
Nixon was diabolical, but not stupid. Now we got somebody stupid.
I hate to ask because I probably already know the answer, but was that his idea, or did somebody say hurry up and eat the documents? Like,
Did you come up with let's eat this?
That's how he operates, because he used to do that on The Apprentice.
he used to eat the paper on The Apprentice?
Yeah, like if there was if he knew who was going to win, or they would let him know, he would read it, and then who was it? Was it Keisha Knight William or one of the black contestants that they actually saw him read it and then went, and they were like, "Are you reading?"
I bet you, Adrian, I bet you he eats his boogers too.
Look at snacks. So the paper.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So 15 boxes he turned over to National Archives. Are there more?
Wait a minute, ma'am. I'm asking, is this his idea?
Oh,
Was this his idea to eat paper? What is this? What is 11? 11 is justice. Justice and the hermit. Hiding from justice. 6 of swords, 2 of cups. Somebody did ace of cups, knight of pentacles. Yes, it's his idea. Mind you, is 2 people's idea, but it's his first. And somebody else told him it was a good idea. So yes, because apparently that's, like Adrian said, it may be his MO. The Knight of Pentacles is dependable. This is, hey, what other way can you get rid of something? Absolutely. Then dump it in stomach acid. I can't.
I have so many questions. I'm gonna keep them to myself.
Aren't you glad that ain't your pappy? That's all I can say.
Not my pappy, not my friend, not my cousin.
Okay.
15 boxes that he turned over to the National Archives. Are there more boxes hidden somewhere else? We're talking about Johnny Boy. Thank you, Margaret.
But ain't this absolute proof of destruction of evidence? So crime committed, crime solved. Let's take the daily. God dog it.
I don't understand, Johnny. It's clear cut. But I'm not a lawyer.
Like, what else are we looking for at this point?
Oh, hell.
I just keep singing in my head, "Oh Danny boy, but oh Donny boy, the pipes are clogging."
Oh, well. Sorry.
So are there more, Adrian?
Yeah, my guys were petty because when you asked the question, they went, "Water's wet, duh." Of course there are, but I was like, no. Let's pull more cards and see. It ends with the 10 of Pentacles, so there's either 10 or there's more. I mean, there's at least 10. There's way more. Here's the interesting thing, though. They may not all be with Trump. They may be with some former White House aides and staff. He may have given them to hold because it's got the 2 of Cups and the Lovers at the crown and at the base, and the Hermit and the Withdrawn in the past. So they are, yeah, and it starts with the Republican card. So he's given them to people to hold. So because he knew I can't eat all of this, so hold these for me. The challenge though is, will we find them with the Ace of Swords? Will we get to them? He right here, he himself is in the near future. What I think may happen though is that somebody though may, if they get subpoenaed or searched, it may come out because the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Swords is the environment, heartbreak, betrayal. Somebody's going to betray El Führer. Because in the word of warning is the actual 5 of Pentacles, the struggle. So I think, yes, there are more. Some people are maybe holding. You know what? Don't, when somebody says, "Let me hold something," don't.
Yes.
Because they're either about to rob you or they're putting you on the take for something.
I understand whatever you holding, somebody looking for.
They looking for it. So absolutely, there's more. I think he may not have them in his possession. I think they are with other people.
What you getting, Johnny?
10 and his kids are trying to split, or whoever the children or the child is that had him is trying to split it up instead of just destroying it. But somebody's trying to split it up. I get the, what is this? The 10 of Cups and the Chiron with the 6 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. Now this is, time is running out on this, but I get the Page of Wands. So whatever this information is in multiple places, or it's in one place that is trying to get to multiple places. I don't think this plan is going to work. The 10 of Swords, there's ruin here, not just loss, but ruin here. And there is a conflict with the 5 of Wands when it comes to the child. The child is, this right here is actively committing a crime in front of the world because everybody's now looking for documents. You got them, pressure's on. It's different when you can hide under the scope of Trump, or again, you know, you do grimy things, but, or you do immoral things, but not illegal things. No, this is a different kind of pressure. This is a different kind of conflict, and this is not going to spell well for that child. And when I did the Trump clan February readings, and 3 out of the 4 people I read for all got the 3 of Swords, I said, how many of this man's secrets are you willing to hold? So this is going to spell very bad for whatever child is trying to help him hide documents.
Well, only one of them had a house in D.C. That was Ivanka.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been an easy place to hide stuff. What'd you get, Becca?
I got a yes. He's successfully transferred them over there. He's got more.
He's got more. I get the messenger on the bottom. It's like, gee, let me call FedEx and send those into the House committee, because I get like he's burdened. I do get it's around with multiple people, like-minded people, but his fortune's changing here because America now knows he took documents. And that could be Ivanka too, in trouble here. But I get that, you know, they're all scrambling, they're fighting, they're getting very erratic, they're like trying to move it around, like, oh, let's move it over here, let's move it over there, where can we hide it? I get when they try to move it that it gets presented, so that's when we get it. So they may be watching to see if they're moving.
They should just raid Mar-a-Lago.
They have to be in all of the houses.
Because it's like, do you guys remember a few years ago, right when he became president and he was going to Mar-a-Lago every weekend and that place was like swarming with spies? Remember they arrested that one
from China.
You know, because it was just a free-for-all, you know, and it's like.
So
I have a small question.
Okay.
Did he eat the most critical stuff, or was he dumb enough to give the most damning stuff to other people? Because somebody in my heart was like, I wonder if he ate the most damning, because that would be smart, right? Like, hi, I colluded with Russia. I signed this. I should probably eat that document and get rid of it.
I'm just surprised he read them.
That's probably where that Two of Cups came from, because he probably didn't read it, and somebody else said, "Get rid of this one, get rid of this one, get rid of this one," and he was like, "You fucking don't know what to do. Just shove it in your mouth."
Yeah, it's like here's your password to your Zoom meeting with Putin, and start eating it after you read the password.
Because I don't want us, like, are we getting our hopes up high? Like, okay, the children, you know, Don and Ricky and Ricketts may have something, but then come to find out they got like real petty stuff because he ate the, you know, I'm just curious.
Did he eat the most in court?
Well, they got back the map that he drew on with the Sharpie to put Alabama in the hurricane.
He took his Da Vinci painting home with him.
He took it home with him.
I have a question too.
What an idiot, man.
Ooh. Thanks again, Marie. He didn't eat the most important stuff.
No, I think he got rid of a lot of stuff that incriminated other people, but not everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I think there's something in those documents that the children have, White House documents that incriminate Daddy and them, because they just did. There's so much with the Justice, the Devil, and the Four of Wands with the actual White House. They didn't get a chance to actually get rid of all of them. Because my out card is the Justice. What they're trying to figure out too. Again, it's got to be the kids or somebody super close to him, because this Two of Cups is in the environment again with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands, quick communication. They're talking to each other, going, "Hey," because I think there's something they may have lost too that they can't quite put their finger on. That they're like, "Has anybody seen this box? No, I thought you had it. No, girl, I thought you had it. No, I thought you had it." And they're all like, "Oh crap, where is that box?"
Scary thought.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this isn't the warning though. Is he didn't eat all the good stuff.
He's on a diet of information.
It's probably the healthiest diet he's ever been on.
It's loaded with fiber, I think, isn't it?
Between a hamburger bun with a little cheese, he'll eat it.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is just so bizarre. Okay, the Lovers and the Ten of Swords. Something, Seven of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Something that incriminates somebody that he was close to. Also, there's a person, a woman here. This is probably Ivanka, who stole documents. She has some important things, but as far as getting rid of everything, no. And so many of the important things moved. And not like bowel movement moved, like moved. Like it moved places, it relocated. So no, everything is not lost.
What'd you get, Becca?
No. There was a woman here that may have been in a meeting or a phone call about a box. as a thing, this is a box. This would be like a phone, but
Right.
it's like they're negotiating a loss, not something stolen or missing, but a loss, like an end, a closure, a box. So no, he didn't eat the most important thing, and I don't know who this woman is. So
I get that he ate things that would have affected his image. So things that he would have been embarrassed to get out.
medical records.
No, I get when foreign leaders were bullying him. So when they were pushing him for something, like it would embarrass his image because he's Mr. Tough Guy. I get when they're bullying him, and it's his image that he's worried about. That's when exit stage right through the mouth.
Oh my God!
That was stuff.
Like what? I wonder how much paper he ate, and if he got himself sick.
I was wondering, I was thinking literally as you were saying that, I was like, how many bottles of Pepto-Bismol and Imodium did he go through?
Yeah, or Miralax or something. I mean, you would think.
He's pretty incontinent, though. Remember, he wears diapers, so anything that clogs him up, it was probably yay.
Okay, my question, because 2022, we sit here and discuss a former president of the United States eating paper.
And clogging up his toilet.
Like this is also word of warning. This is what happens when you don't vote.
Yep.
I can see it now.
Never happened.
I can see it now on his tombstone. Donald Trump, 45th president. A man so full of shit, the country ran out of toilet paper.
But he ate his own paper, so he wiped his ass as he pooped.
He probably eats the toilet paper too. Traces of evidence. My question is, all of these papers, why did he still have them? The same, because that's why I text y'all about the Nixon thing. Like, why didn't you just get rid of the tapes?
Yeah, because he had
He
burn
has
bags.
all this evidence. Never mind eating it. There's an easier way to get rid of paper, sir.
Well, here's my question to take it even a little deeper. He had some highly classified papers they got back, which means only the top 10 people in the country see it when it's highly classified. Although I'm sure with Trump, he waved it around at everybody. What was he going to do with the highly classified stuff?
Mm-hmm. Why are you holding on to this? Aren't you supposed to give?
You going to try to sell it on the black market and make some money
Oh,
to pay your legal bills?
okay. I get
Thank
it.
you, Marie.
I get it.
You still have that.
Yep, I get it.
You goofy boy. Goofy boy.
Oh, this is so okay. It is a tactic, 5 of Swords, to win at all costs, because he wanted to put the end to somebody or something. It was his insurance policy. Like Giuliani says, he has receipts. Yeah, it's so no plans can get off the ground because this is the 2 of Wands is the challenge. Emotional news. Yeah, it's so, and Republicans actually. So it was really to have evidence against his own party. I think that was going to be his ace in the hole. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, the Fool. That was his, not liking the offer. That was his, and his kids. That was going to be his ace in the hole if they didn't overturn the election for him. Was, okay, you didn't do this. I got these documents. I can tell on all of y'all. Not quite realizing that you can't do that's illegal, but that's beside the point. That was his MO.
I totally agree because it's like they got their insurrection going to burden, Nancy and everybody in Congress and everything. I totally agree with that. It's like anybody that worked with them that he was afraid wasn't doing their job, he was going to illuminate and throw them off balance, whatever they did. I totally agree with that. What you got, Johnny?
I get 2 things. One, he was selling it. The Ace of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. This information also not belonged technically, but belong as an earmarked for belonged to someone or someone's of very high power, prominence, money. So maybe oligarchy type thing, but not necessarily them. But there's something here about access and information, and then really large sums of money. Nine of Pentacles, really large sums of money, personal wealth. Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, an offer for money, wealth. Then you go to the second half of this reading. There's Eight of Wands, communication, Page of Swords, bad communications, possibly blackmail, Five of Swords, bully tactic. So this was also blackmail on someone, the Ace of Cups and Six of Cups. There is something about his children in there as well. There's possibly something about Hunter Biden in there as well, because this is a new child. So there might be something they wanted to use during the campaign or use during the election that was supposed to be bad upon Hunter Biden, because somehow or another saying bad things about Hunter Biden by osmosis is supposed to be something bad on Joe Biden, even though two different people are running for president. But I get selling and blackmail. That's what I get.
Also got the kids too, Johnny, with the Six of Cups. There's something too about his kids that he was trying to hide.
Mm-hmm.
I get that it was several business ventures or financial ventures for a woman that he was looking to cover for a very long time.
Oh.
About
The princess.
the financial options here, financial roads for this woman, and then the cover here for a long time. And then if I put it together, it's financial trouble this way, and then several choices or routes that this woman has long term over a longer period of time. So there's something here that a woman did something with a woman's finances that he's trying to cover. There is also executive, so an executive woman, a woman that's some sort of an executive somewhere, and there's two women, two men as well. This is Queen of Diamonds, this woman, King of Clubs, King of Spades. So I don't know if this is his kids, but the most prominent one that's shown is this one. Financial ventures, financial roads, if that makes any sense.
Thank you, Patty. So, highly classified materials he takes down to Mar-a-Lago. Are they going to take away his security clearance? He just broke the presidential records laws. Are they going to take away?
That's a minor jaywalking ticket compared to the laundry list of everything else he's done. And they should do something to him for that. I don't know what to tell you.
They should have taken that jump the moment he did January 6th. They should have taken all that frackle knackles in.
You know, because I keep saying, or I kept saying that people were saying, why isn't he being arrested for this, and because like they got all these cases, they got all these things. And I'm like, well, they're trying to build a case. It takes time. But at this point, what's up?
There's some blatant things that they should just go ahead and charge him with, where it's just so blatant. And this is one of those things. I almost feel like Garland wants like a ton of indictments all at once, hit him with everything, and just bam, like everything out in the open at once.
But you're gonna run out of time, sucker.
And I'm trying to be nice to him because I mean he's a Republican, you know.
Thank you, Joanne.
You got a job to do. Let him try to do it. I say.
They're saying in the comments that Biden has already taken his security. I don't think so. I don't think so. He may not be giving him current information as other presidents are given the courtesy, like George Bush, Obama, everybody else still gets.
Which I never understood that. You're not in position anymore. Why do you need information? No matter what party you were on. Like,
yeah.
I get restriction, but not ended. I get the Four of Pentacles in the world. So there might be a, what you call them things, a sandbox. He maybe sandboxed it where he can't really go outside of the confines of a certain thing. The king and the emperor, he still has some power. The fool and the chariot, he still has some victory, but he is restricted. So he still has some things that he can do or things that he's privy to, sadly enough. But whatever it is extremely restricted. I would say for instance, just example, the country is going to do A, B, and C. He may get information the country's going to do A and not B and C. So there's some things that he may get to know, but it's not everything because it may be up to Joe. That's sort of like a judgment call. What do you push out? What do you keep back? Type of thing.
I think he's going to be cut off. I just think it's going to take some things. It's not this incident that's going to get him cut off because he's going to end up having to walk away from something. The challenge is, though, they don't know. I can hold cards, I promise. Which direction they want to go. Do they want to cut him off completely or do they want to sandbox him, like Johnny said? It's trying to make the decision, but I get that's the plan. They're just trying to get some more information with the Three of Wands, the King of Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. They know they're gonna put some burden. I think they're gonna cut it. It's just gonna be, unfortunately, a much more egregious act before they finally do it. Because I keep hearing setting precedent.
Yep. What'd you get, Becca?
I get eventually, perhaps once the committee delivers the news of their findings from AIDS or whatever. But the question was, will they take his clearance? Maybe after all this comes to the public, but also he's got friends in a party that will go and deliver the information anyways.
I got that too, Becca, that they're going to still tell him regardless. So unless you cut off all of theirs, I just didn't want to say it out loud. But
Have avenues.
Yeah. I get the moment he walked out of the White House, they restricted his butt with his clearance. So he doesn't get that much. He's out of the big boys club. Like the stuff that only goes to the top 3 but everything, he's severely restricted. But I get that's about to change really soon because this is the first card in the near future. Big change. They're going to push back on him and block him completely because he's so erratic. There's something new and tangible that comes out, and I get they're going to block him real soon. So,
I mean, he's a national security risk.
Yeah. The National Archives Department has asked the DOJ to investigate over this because he, broke the Presidential Records Act. So is the DOJ going to investigate this, and what will their findings be? I mean, hello, we got 15 boxes out of his house.
another 10.
A lot of rumors of clogged toilets in the White House. So,
and a gut full of evidence. Like, what do you need at this point? Like,
I would be so embarrassed for him if they made him go through a colonoscopy.
Live on TV.
A court-ordered colonoscopy.
Him and Eric probably have the same intestinal tracts. It's tight face licks walls also.
Oh, unfortunate.
We're gonna charge him. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, the National Archives has its own detective squad too, but they also asked DOJ to investigate.
Because this is a federal matter at this point.
Went across state lines too, on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't tell me yes or no. Not tangible. New thought. I think in addition to other things, I think I heard they already have been, like, they've known about this. We're the ones that are late to the party finding out about it. I think it's just a part of, but the 10 of Wands is the outcome with the burden. It is part of the bigger picture, the bigger thing that they're doing. They're going to throw it in with additional charges because it starts off with actually him, Trump with the full card. The challenge show is this 5 of Swords to winning at all cost. I think star at the base, and heartbreak juggling. Yeah, I think they are, but again, there's so many, the word of warning at the 7 of Cups, there's so many things that they're looking at right now. This is just one of many that they've already been researching and investigating.
What'd you get, Johnny?
Thank you, Sylvia, for my candy. I see you in there. Yes, there's the fool and lack thrown out in the cold, that type of thing. Depravity. King of Wands and the Emperor, which are kind of hand in hand for me. So there's a person in charge, a leader in charge. So that would be your Merrick Garland. And then there's the 4 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. There is information that needs to be given that you don't have a choice to give. And so, yes, he is going to have to provide some sort of information or some sort of statement because, you know, his lawyers are trying to protect him from saying the wrong thing. So there's some sort of information he's going to have to give up, whether it's verbal or written in this situation. So, yes, I see investigate.
He's already talking like I destroyed documents legally, you know, because he sent all these.
And this is another thing. His entire presidency, he admitted to crimes. Like,
Yeah.
why are we?
He tells on himself. He totally tells on himself. What'd you get, Becca?
So I asked if the DOJ is going to investigate him for stealing classified documents, because that's basically what he did. When your job came to an end, you no longer had access to that stuff, nor did you have anybody's permission, including your own, to take that crap home. So I got a yes that they're going to investigate, and then I asked the outcome, and I got house, box, rider, coffin, and ring. It's almost like they're waiting for the house to finish their investigation once that comes to an end, and then there's some sort of routine work. There's something here about a job that has ended. And then there is, and it's also not just him, it's his family as well. News of the family, or news from the family of promises, contracts, agreements that were made, but their job has ended. So it almost looks like, it almost looks like, yeah, you took that stuff home, even though they no longer work there. But the family was doing something, and they have continued to do something with what they have. So it's like they get in trouble
Because they didn't just take it and store it; they took it and used it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I got for business purposes, or what a woman was doing financially. You know what I mean? But it's like their work ended, the investigation ends, but then there's a continuation for the family.
Because some woman used her office or his office to make business deals and money.
Well, we already know Ivanka and Jared Kushner made over $300 million
Mhm.
while they were civil servants.
I think it was 600 million that they made
600
while they
million?
were in office.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. Yeah, I get they've already moved in with an investigation. I get that they were watching him from the moment he moved the boxes. Like they knew he was going to do some crap. That he was manipulative and in all the chaos. It's like DOJ or FBI or whoever knew he was going to do something that was a betrayal to the country. So he was already trapped. He just didn't know it. They already knew he had stuff. Will they? I get like he's going to get an abundance of indictments coming soon. It's just they're trying to pass them around, like, you know, which prosecutor are we going to give this case to? Which one are we going to give this one to?
He's just.
So we spent the first 15 minutes on Mar-a-Lago.
Genius, man.
So the state AGs are asking the FBI for protection in case they indict Trump, because they know that they'll. So, you know, Fannie Willis and Letitia James and the one down in Washington, D.C., they're all asking for extra protection, which tells me they know they're going to indict and they need extra protection, right? Because otherwise they wouldn't ask for extra protection. So, are we about to see some major indictments this spring? Because they're already gearing up their protection.
Don't talk at the same time. Don't talk at the same time. Empress flew out. Something new. Tell them don't eat paper. Try gazpacho soup.
I watched that video. I was like, did that hussy really say gazpacho? She
I'm
did.
like, wait, gazpacho? Ain't that like a soup or like a meal of some sort?
That was going to be my final question of the night: is the gazpacho police going to get Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Oh boy!
Oh my goodness.
Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I had to answer with 3 cards. I don't know why I'm saying all 10. I guess because I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, there is. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. They've got tangible things. We're getting ready to start. Knight of Pentacles, 2 messengers, slow and steady. We've got King of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, all those things that were planted, all those seeds that were planted these past couple months, years, getting all the documents. Yes, there is going to be some thoughts in the here and now. There is the actual judgment card. In the emotions, it was the 8 of Pentacles, so the work. They pulled everything together. I think this is so funny. And the environment is the Knight of Cups, which is that like wishful thinking, wanting to go out and do it. But yeah, word of warning though. I think there is going to be, I keep hearing, I got to be careful how I phrase this. They didn't ask for protection empty-heartedly. There's a reason. They probably have either already received threats or they know, because it's not him they're worried about, it's his crazy followers. It's his cult that they're worried about. So they are definitely concerned. But yeah, overcoming with emotions. It's going to be juicy. Buckle up, children.
What you get, Johnny?
I don't get the yes or no, but I'm going to say yes, simply because of what I get, though. There is a man, a leader, foreign leader, not foreign leader, but former leader, who is going to cause a burden. He is the burden himself. So he is basically going to whip the crowd into a frenzy like he already did. The 3 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups playing on people's emotions. So this is going to be the thing that he's going to do. Also create stories, lies, fantasies, that type of thing. The 5 of Swords and the Page of Swords, 5 of Cups, or that's wrong again. The 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. There is a liar. There's Trump. Let me quit with the adjectives.
Of course, there's a liar.
there's Trump and the 5 of Pentacles. This is a lack of integrity, mind you. Then there is the committees or whoever these group of people are, and then there's a fight or some sort of violence or conflict against them, and then they do need to work with someone. Here with the Temperance, there is trying to calm the rage as well. So yes, there is about to be some indictments because there's about to be some laying down of the hammers here, because he's not whipping them up into a frenzy because he just has nothing else to do. He's worried.
But by all means, whip them up into a frenzy, get them all thrown in jail. That's less Republican voters than the midterm.
So Darwin.
We saw how he paid for your legal fees the last time.
Thank you.
And he's no longer in power, so you're asking to wait an additional 2 years on a prayer that he'll win office.
And let's remind him that he didn't. Nunez got a pardon when he had the power. So.
Lil Wayne did.
What was the question, Jenny?
The state AGs that asked for extra FBI protection, are they getting ready to slam Trump with indictments this spring?
I get a yes. There's something they're increasing. They're adding to what they're already working on that's private. There's something new here as well with the insurrection and something that's classified. So I would say yes. I would say yes.
Yep. I get something with the insurrection too, which would be DOJ. I get something with Trump org that he's personally trapped in. So it's not just going to be little Weaselberg, but I get an abundance of burden. So it's going to be like steady one thing after the other for the devil. He's just going to lose.
I mean, this guy doesn't know when to let up. It's like, I think this is the deepest he's ever been in his entire life of criminality. And he still won't. He just keeps committing crimes.
So let's go to something else that we've never talked about that I stumbled on this weekend. Apparently, Trump has petitioned Bedminster, the town of Bedminster, where his golf club is. Last September, he petitioned them to build a private cemetery for his family where he wants to be buried behind the first tee of the golf course.
What?
Plus an additional 300 plots that he plans to sell to club members. So the new grift would be selling cemetery plots. When you thought the crook couldn't grift anymore.
So cemetery plots in a different country at a golf course?
At his Bedminster golf course.
Did
Behind the first tee.
To tell him his name is crap?
Okay.
Not because Bedminster supposedly one of the most expensive counties, in the country, and he plans on building a 19-foot high family mausoleum. He's presented this to the Bedminster Land Use Board. 300 additional golf plots, cemetery plots. If
golf plot. You got it right the first damn time. Golf plot.
You would like a golf plot. Are you a golf widow? Bury him next to Trump at the golf course.
I can't even laugh because my brain is trying to process this.
When you think the man can't get crazier, like
I want a plot for me and my family, and then 300 of my friends.
I'm selling 300 additional plots.
But you can only get it if you buy it.
He's going to charge a ton of money for those plots.
And then
This is
He got no friends. He doesn't have any friends. Not even Rudy Giuliani can buy a plot because he forgot to pay him.
Oh, Jesus, I'm going to need a plot in a minute.
I had to check this out on multiple. Once I saw the first thing, I was reading about it in multiple newspapers.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is real. He first presented.
May I ask some questions?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. All the questions you want to ask.
So, okay. Every time somebody dies, do they have to interrupt a golf game to go dig up some dirt to bury them?
Excuse me, coming through.
And then also, okay, golf greens, you have to have certain grass and environments. I know I come from a golfing family. We were the original Black people on the golf course before Tiger Woods. I don't know much of my life, but I know golf. I don't see this going well. He basically is... Okay, I'm sorry. I can't process this.
Me either. This sounds so... I really like Target. Maybe I should see if I own aisle 3, I can buy burial plots, and then like you like golf, yes, but that does not mean they're going to turn half the golf course into a burial plot for you and your friends.
I mean, you can, but they're shooting themselves in the foot.
I can't.
Funeral procession golf carts.
God forbid the land would flood.
It wouldn't, because it's the golf course. It's one of the things. Oh God!
Be careful when you go in to get your golf ball out of that hole. You might pull a hand up with you.
What was okay? I'm sorry.
Was
What was
there a question? Because my brain can't even deal with this.
my brain broke? I'm sorry. It just broke.
So I want to know if he's going to get approval from the
Okay.
Bedminster Land Use Board for his cemetery,
This is some.
the family mausoleum, as well as 300 additional plots.
I'd be you not about to bury me.
Why would you not want to be buried in Mar-a-Lago?
That's where I figured, he'd want to be buried in Queens or wherever the rest of his family is.
You have a golf course. Why not just bury yourself in your own golf course?
Well, Bedminster's his own golf course too.
That's his. Okay.
Yeah.
That's his New Jersey one, where when you
with the waterfall that he said was worth $10.15.
when it was too hot in the summer to golf, he'd go to Bedminster, New Jersey, because it wasn't as hot to golf.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
I need special cards for this. I don't even know.
If they give him a yes, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts trying to use those holes over there to start burying all the classified information he stole.
A special mausoleum for additional boxes of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's only so much paper he can eat, Adrian, really.
Hold on. That's not well.
Oh my goodness gracious.
No. I think there's gonna be they're gonna come up with some type of law, ordinance, something to where he can't do it, so they're not the bad guys. Like, how do I put it? I don't think so. Starts off with betrayal, heartbreak with the 3 of swords. 7 of wands, actually having to defend his freckle knuckle is the challenge.
Oh my God.
There's somebody he goes back with a long time who is gonna try to help him, because with the 6 of Pentacles and the Lovers, I don't necessarily think it's kids. I think it's like a childhood friend or somebody who they go way, way back. The problem is though, they've already they know with the Hermit and with the Sun, this is not necessarily going to work out the way he wants it to. So they're already kind of covering their behind, because I've got the 5 of wands and the emotions. They're already covering their butt to kind of get away with not having to do this, because they're also like, oh, and is he gonna make me be buried there with him? I want to be buried down in South Carolina with my kinfolk and not on this little no thank you. But there's some burden. I don't think 4 Pentacles having to hold on. I don't necessarily 9 of wands. I don't think it's gonna pan out completely. I just don't.
Peggy Breen, S holes for sale. That's another word. There's a burden around negative news, so there's a no here starting off. I think the reason being is something restricted within the land itself. So there's kind of like it's not environmentally safe, or there might be some sort of movement on the land here with the 4 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Something you can't avoid, or some sort of zoning thing, or some sort of something to where you can't put a body in this ground. Not in this place, maybe next door at the Rite Aid or something, but not right here, because there's some sort of restriction for doing such a thing. So just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
What you getting, Becca?
Oh, I threw my towels back in, but I got clover, mice, and then clouds. No, there's something about a map or zoning or something where something deteriorates or expires that causes a lot of problems. So I gotta know.
Yeah, I get there's when you and your family die, there's this law see, and it's a little bit murky, but and I think he will try to fight it in court. Try to move it forward in court, but he doesn't get it. He's like, we can't defend and protect you here. Like you're too big a celebrity. You were a former president. We can't.
I'm wondering. I just thought of this, Jenny, when you were saying that. I was thinking zoning, because the stars would be a map as a thing, but it dwindles, and then there's problems. but also new direction, taking a new direction is dwindling, and then there's problems. So I'm wondering if he loses Bedminster with all because it's a loss, theft.
Because we have always seen him losing property.
I'm wondering if they tell him no because he loses it.
He loses it, and then they're getting stuck with the upkeep on his grave.
Like, this is not even yours anymore.
or maybe before they approve it, there's already something that comes out that where he's already lost it. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if this was like his way of trying to make money because he knows he's about to have enormous fines or perhaps property taken away or something.
Yeah, let me go sell a bunch of cemetery plots and then lose the property, but I've still got your money for the cemetery plots.
Yeah. That's something he would totally do. I mean, he didn't play. Adrian, you're on mute.
I was thinking even like, no, you can't take this property from me because I've already gotten approval for this to be a cemetery. So now you're going to have to fight me even harder to get it because now it's considered burial ground. I mean, that was too much plotting and thinking I don't think he's that right, but
I would buy a dog just to go pee on his grave every day.
You can take Moose. He's really nice.
I don't want to subject Moose to having to walk through that horse. Can you imagine how haunted that mess is going to be?
So Trump is now DJing at Mar-a-Lago on Friday and Saturday nights if you have dinner there. And if you don't get seated for dinner, there's standing room at the bar while he's DJing into the late hours.
Oh, the mighty have fallen.
He's DJing at Mar-a-Lago.
What's his DJ name?
DJing, playing the records, playing the music.
They all have a DJ name.
What's his DJ name? DJ Trump? DJ Loose Drawers? DJ Haynes Her Way Panties? DJ Grip?
Flush a lot.
DJ Paperboy. That's what he
is. In the chat, give us his DJ name, guys.
DJ Omelet Bar. I think it's too healthy for him, though. It's like DJ McDonald's or something like that.
Only I can clog it.
Oh my God.
He's DJing on Friday night.
Friday and Saturday nights, both.
So flush a lot.
The weekend. Into the wee hours, and it came out as one of his releases with the presidential, paper that he keeps using. Former president DJing.
Penny Club is in full effect right now. I love it.
Wow.
Okay, Jenny, does he even have an audience, or is there like two people?
Is he using turntables? Is he using one of the old school iPods with the?
He's using his iPhone to just get calls real fast.
I don't know. It just said he was DJing, and that if you didn't get seated for dinner, like if you came for dinner and there weren't any tables available, there's standing room at the bar. So, like he's so sold out, that. So why is he doing this? I have a feeling he's not selling out his restaurant. Can't get customers in there. Why is he DJing?
DJing.
Did you see him? Stupid little dance.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Well done, Devil. I missed you. Haven't seen you all night. Now we do.
You don't know. Interesting. Somebody told. Okay, I get two answers. Somebody told him he was good at it, so he should do it. So somebody blew up his ego, and now he thinks he is like DJ Jazzy Jeff just because he happened to hit and play somebody one song at the right time. Now they're like, they blew up his ego. Also, money. I'm trying to bring with the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles. and the Queen of Pentacles. He's trying to also bring more attention, more money to himself. I wonder if they have to give him a salary to DJ. So that's
It is on the club.
At his own club, because I get work. So I think this is a way for him to stay employed. Somebody told him he was good at, blew up his ego, told him he was good at it. This is another way for him to make money, is he can now charge his own club to DJ.
This is like the wedding thing, and then Don Jr. doing the cameos. He thinks that his appearance alone is enough to draw a crowd, because that's what he feels when he does his rallies. All I got to do is show up, and then here they come. So he'll be there. You know he's going to be there, and if you want to see him, you'll buy a table, or whatever the case may be. But there is something possibly diabolical to this too. What exactly, I did not clarify and do not know, but there is something a lot deeper to this in particular situation than just buy a table and I'll show up. There is something.
Johnny, I got the moon as my outcome card, and I pulled clarifiers, but I couldn't get what the nefariousness of the nefariousness is.
It has something to do with his compromising his morals. I will say that too. But there is something there that's a little diabolical here too. So I don't know if he has to be there, and then he's also using this to gain money, because maybe he is entertaining foreign people or something of that nature. But
one of my cards kind of led me towards an alibi.
Could be too.
If he's seen there every Friday night, there he can now that's his alibi. Well, everybody saw me at the club. I was DJing. I could not have put the banana and the tailpipe officer. Everybody saw me DJing on Friday night.
Negative bad news too. So there's some, there's something, the spy too, inside man. There's something diabolical going there too.
That was my outcome card.
Leave it to him.
What'd you get, Becca?
I get that. I asked why he's DJing. There's big problems around a woman. And then there's something financial too. She's right smack in the middle. So I don't know if this is Melania or Ivanka or what, but it's like there's big problems. It's cross, woman, clouds. And then this is the last card. It's financial. So I don't know if this is Letitia James or Ivanka or Melania, or this woman has been suffering and problems.
You know, he's not supposed to live at Mar-a-Lago more than a certain number of days a year. There's that thing.
Yeah.
But if he's an employee, he can get around that. And I think that's what he's doing. It's something for image sake. It's like, look, I work here, so I can stay here. I also think he's trying to get his alcohol sales up. But he's trying to put a different perspective on why he's there. He works there. Like I'm living the luxury lifestyle, but I work here now. So he's trying to act like it's all fun and games and everything, but he's going to have the tower on Mar-a-Lago too. I get it, that's going to end up in court stuff. It's like, I can't show up in court today, Your Honor. I got to work as a DJ tonight.
I'm on the schedule 10 to 4. Sorry. You do it. Oh.
I think it's his way around living at Mar-a-Lago, because he's been staying a lot at Bedminster because of that.
That makes sense.
I got the Eight of Pentacles work. It's about claiming work. See another way he can skim off the top.
Lord have mercy.
He has no shame. He has no shame. None.
A grifter's got a grift any way he can.
I wonder whose idea that was.
What's his next grift? Now that you've heard about the cemetery plot.
That's crazy.
I still can't process that.
Like, no matter what comes in the cards that looks crazy, go with it, because it's going to be that crazy.
The gargoyles cage dancing. That's you in timeout immediately.
Uh,
Oh Lord, he do it too.
no, narcissists do have shame. Anything that tarnishes their ego brings them shame. So no, that's not 100% correct. They don't shame. They don't mind shaming others, but they don't want to be shamed. It's not starting off good. Really? You can't end with that. That doesn't tell me anything.
You didn't end with the moon, did you?
I did, so I have to pull more
Okay,
clarifier.
that's actually the card I was looking for to make sense to what I get. But
Yep, got the moon.
Remember Ivanka was buying some caskets or something from China?
Mhm.
Remember that?
she's getting a patent on caskets or something.
She's
Like
getting the mortuary ready for the cemetery.
family business. You die, we'll put you in our golf course.
It's something with the family, though. Ten of Pentacles, and also the Republican Party too. I wonder. Some with Ivanka too, with the prince. Actually, the princess. I don't. This moon card's not helping me, y'all.
Yeah. It's definitely with Ivanka, I think.
Yeah, it's with Ivanka, the family.
And maybe Gargoyle.
Whatever it is not going to get off to a good start. But starts with the Page of Cups. Whatever their plans is with the Two of Wands, there's judgment behind it. It's something with Ivanka and the family business. It's just not going to get off to the best of starts. It's not. I can't get. It's just confirming it's not getting off to a good start, but it's not telling me what it is. Something who it impacts all the money with the family money, but it's not telling me what the actual thing is.
What you getting, Johnny?
So I think because I kept hearing pillows, and I'm like, is he gonna make his own pillow? I didn't get the moon for like sleep though, for like nighttime and sleep. I got the hermit, but the hermit is like I can twist it to mean sleep, but that's not what that was. That's isolation somewhere. And then I get the Ten of Swords. That's a casket. Isolation and death. That's a casket. So that's where my pillow thing was coming from. So, but it's like leaving. It's worth a whole lot of money though. But there's a burden on money or news or preparations. And then somewhere where you go and be dead and isolated.
They're going to start a family mortuary.
Probably. Trump funeral home.
Yep.
I'm getting Trump cemeteries, like a whole chain of them, putting his name, putting his image on something. After you die, after you're gone, come rest here.
Thank you, Scooman.
And he's in it with Ivanka. Thank you, Scooban.
I think, Trump family mortuary. It's just not going to start off good.
I get that it's something to do with mail. Something new that has to do with mail, but it doesn't even get off the ground. There's losses. No. I got, okay, this mail, new, and then something that he's passionate about. And the question was, what is his next grift? But so it's saying that it's new or it's small. And here's like love letters. So maybe his next grift is sign up and you'll get mail from Donald Trump telling you how much he loves you.
Because he does have like
Dwindle.
coins and things.
And then it's cut off. It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, it could be his next grift could be sign up for this and I'll send you personalized letters, love letters or whatever. But it's like
or like business advice.
Yeah, but it's mail related. So that's what I'm getting. But
I wonder if they're doing are they doing the NFT things too?
well, I just saw yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was on David Pakman or Young Turks, I can't remember. But you know what Melania Trump was with her NFTs? She ended up buying her own NFTs. They were going to they were auctioning off her NFTs, and then they were going to send a picture of her eyes, like a sketch of her eyes, and then it was purchased. But then when they went to look, it was purchased by the same people that put the offer out. So they ended up buying back their own NFTs,
like a laundering thing.
Yeah, because she wasn't getting $250,000 for each one like she wanted.
And I mean, really, her eyes,
a digital thing of her eyes.
But that also goes to show you, well, it should go to show them, which it does not apparently, that these people who you are leading around by the nose, who are very gullible and believe everything you say, do not have that kind of money.
Exactly.
These are farmers and the red hats. Those people are not the Ivy League New Yorkers and all that stuff that you'd like to hang around with. These are just the gullible people who think you're a really nice person. They don't have $250 to spend on digital art.
What was the main NFT fund? Cent something or other. They shut down last week because they were having huge problems with fraud on the site because people were copying other people's digital stuff and selling it, and they didn't own it. But they don't know how to protect who the owners are of the digital stuff. So it turned into a big mess with a whole bunch of fraud crap.
Remember when we were texting the other day and Johnny was asking about that new platform that Trump is supposed to launch on April 1st? And we were laughing about it, being like, oh yeah, he's playing himself because it's April Fool's Day and that's his launch day. I'm like, okay, you dumbass.
You cannot even make it up.
You can't make this stuff up.
So Florida is trying to pass a new bill where it's called the Parental Rights and Education Bill. But what it does is it prohibits discussion of sexual orientation, gender identity, or any of that kind of stuff in elementary school. Well, but it also says or age appropriate. So it leaves the door open that they can prohibit teaching anything all the way through school, like all ages, because they put age appropriate language. So they're calling it the Don't Say Gay bill. Is this going to pass?
Adrian, you just did this one, didn't you?
I did. Yep.
The Rental Fairness Act.
Parental Rights and Education.
Okay. So there's not a lot of support, but there is important support for it, as in those who make decisions. The Page of Cups, though, there is a surprise in the situation to where it does drag with the Chariot. The Empress and the Six of Wands, it looks like a yes. How and ever, I'll just say yes, it'll pass.
That's kind of what I got when I did my reading. What is going to happen is the initial one may not pass. So what they're going to do is write it into additional legislation because the outcome card is the Two of Pentacles. They're going to have to juggle and balance how to get this across. There is the Empress, though, and the Page of Wands. So there is this development, starting something new with this. In the environment, though, this is what I said last time. There's too much support for this. Too many people. I'm going to get on the soapbox for 2 seconds, so bear with me. You can fight. You can say, don't teach them this, burn these books, ban these books, all you want to try to have your way. All you're doing is inflaming and making people want to do it more. Creating this law does not change the fact that you're going to have LGBTQIA students. You are not going to have girls, because it also talks about gender too and gender roles.
Mm.
You're not going to have young women who still want to become doctors, lawyers. You're not going to do it. You know how much you want to try. You cannot push progression forward. You're not going to stop it. That's just the way this goes. So there's too many people in the environment that want it. There's also money behind it too. There's people putting money in to support it. That's why Five of Cups is in the environment. Too many people who want to support it, but it will pass. It's just going to have to pass through. Watch out, because you're going to see this. Maybe it gets shot down, but pay attention, because they're going to write it into another piece of legislation.
And I think it'll end up trying to go to other states too, testing grounds.
Hey, we love our small government so long as we get to tell you what you can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
And who you can be and who you don't.
Who you sleep with, what you do with your body, what you can and can't do. But
Don't tell me what to do with my gun, but I get to tell you what to do with your whole life.
Yeah. I get a yes. They're cutting off the money, and it's already grounded. It's deeply rooted. They're separating here. So even this shows the many that are grounded. So it's almost like they're excluding people so that they can get the final result from the many, even if the many is very small, even if the many is very, in reality, a minority. They've already cut people out. Do you see what I'm saying? So I got a yes. It's gonna be rooted and solid. So
yeah, I get it's heartbreak and but they're already like it'll pass by a slim majority. I get, but complete yes, it'll go through. It wouldn't surprise me if it ends up in court again later, though. If they have some changes in some of their lawmakers, it'll end up back in court.
Do you guys want to look at if other states are going to adopt this? Because I did another reading. I didn't publish it, but I did it off camera, and I'm getting that Tennessee is going to be the next. But are other states going to adopt this?
Because mind you, what I did on the on that live stream, Oklahoma's bill that man was trying to push forward, saying the religious protection something is you can't teach anything about sexuality, gender, blah blah blah, anything that goes against religion.
Well, see, this is what I don't understand. All these laws that they're putting in don't help anybody.
Yeah.
It's just theater and culture war. That's all it is.
That's all it is, because they don't have a platform. There's nothing that helps the average person.
Nope. I get that it spreads, Adrian.
It's the old white man movement.
And for old white man at the bottom. And yes, it does spread. You got to keep in mind, Youngkin won the entire state of Virginia off of a educational premise that's not even real in K through 12. So this is how they're going to, Democrats pay attention. This is how they're going to get us in 2022 and 2024. These made up culture wars is how they're going to get us.
Yep, steadily spreads.
Here's the thing.
On that, new laws in other lands.
Here's the thing. They want to basically make a theocracy in these states. And again, this is why I wish I were the devil, Johnny. Moments like this. Just saying.
Be an angel of vengeance.
That's the devil.
Boom, 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 Becca.
in my angel deck, his name is Sibikiel. If you want to write that across your face.
Angel of vengeance.
Does it spread? So here's the thing: 2 of 1s, 3 of 1s. It's already off the ground, mind you. This is a mentality that is not new, naturally. Since the beginning of time, people have hated each other for various things. Thank you, Marie. So this is going to continue always. Progression is greater than the little bitty people who call themselves a minority. Remember, they're just louder than us. They are not more than us. However, The problem is in these type of places, they vote more than we do.
Exactly.
And so you get all the rural area people who still eat raw meat, and they come in and they do the voting while we go stand in line at the Best Buy for the new iPhone. So we need to be more engaged, because this is a mentality that will exist forever. There's no completion to this. However, over time, Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, that type of thing does end on a wide scale. But again, if it's happening anywhere, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. So just because it's not in all 50 states, it shouldn't be in any state, period. This is not something that should be tolerated. This is the type of thing that is supposed to raise the banner of I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore type thing. You can't teach intolerance and then be progressive at the same time. You also cannot accept intolerance and be progressive at the same time. Either they have to stop this or we have to stop progressing. So one of the two is going to happen. There will be an ending to that at some point, but maybe not even in our lifetimes. But just so you know, voting is important. That way you don't have DeSantis and Hot Wheels and anybody else.
You laughed when you said Hot Wheels. I laughed too, because as soon as you said Hot Wheels, I'm going to.
Oh my God, I'm going straight to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect
Hey,
$200.
I'm running the place, Johnny, so you're welcome.
Okay.
Get Trump there DJing on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh God, please don't. He can't come to my head.
Damn that man. I left the state of Texas the day he was in El Paso at the Walmart talking about I saved all these people. No, you didn't. And I said at that moment, I said, Lord, let his wheelchair be on the top of a hill and a good wind come through and knock it off the bottom. And if that is your will, then Lord, let your work be done.
And if you so happen to let me see it, I will
let
love
me
you
see
forever.
I will be the most dutiful servants.
Take Cawthorn with you. Y'all can have a race.
Y'all can have a race.
That's horrible.
That was bad. But I'm here with that. That was a different. That was awful, and I love you so much for it.
Oh my God, Hot Wheels and Fisher Price. They both can go.
You just made sure you had that ticket to hell.
Going straight.
Like I said,
Y'all laughing in the chat too, so y'all coming with me.
let that will be done.
I'm running the place, so you're welcome anytime.
Oh God.
Be done.
So Trump claims he's still talking to his boyfriend, Kim Jong-un, who I think is dead still. But Trump's talking to him. Is he? He says he is.
Maybe he's
And he took his love letters from Kim Jong-un with him to Mar-a-Lago. That was part of the historical documents he wasn't supposed to take.
So him and Dennis Rodman, they have a little play date over there. Oh goodness.
Spirit, stop being messy. Okay. Stop being messy, Spirit.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Did boyfriend, yeah, he can bury him in Trump cemetery.
If Ivanka got a box, she'll sell him.
And it's not one of them good caskets that are like $20,000 with the seal.
Oh, no, this one will fall apart.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them wood boxes.
Adrian, what costs too much money is going to be made out of cardboard.
All kind of earthworms.
From the recycle center down the street.
Gonna be real flimsy when you try to pick it up. Just
You'll be drifting into the groundwater later.
A used Amazon box.
it's a passing show. So here's why I think Spirit has a sense of humor. He's talking to somebody, but it's not Mr. Un, because the challenge is actually communication. That's the challenge. somebody. He's sharing something with somebody, and it's money. All of this is about money. Three of Pentacles. There is something he's sharing. I wonder if maybe he's sharing things, information, money, but it is not with. Oh, it's phone calls. He thinks he's talking to Kim, but he's talking to an impersonator, and he's telling this impersonator way too much information. But he thinks he's talking to Kim Jong-un. That's what it is.
Kim Jong-un's still dead.
Because
dead, gone, dead,
yep.
Not there.
The outcome is the Seven of. I'm like, how is the outcome the Seven of Cups? What is he confused about? He's confused because he's talking to somebody, but that's why the circuit is not Kim Jong. He's dead.
These are all my transition cards. Dead, gone, transitioned on.
Yeah. The fact that this was the challenge, that's why I howled. I was like, Spirit, stop being petty. Really? The 8 of the speedy communication is the challenge? I was like, oh yeah, because he's talking to an apparition. He's not talking to Kim.
Talking to a ghost.
Yep. He's talking to somebody else, an impersonator. What you got, Johnny?
So I have never said that Kim Jong-un was dead. I just think I've never gotten it in the cards. I don't disagree with it necessarily. It just never popped up this way. However, if he is talking to someone that he calls Kim Jong-un, that person's on the other side. So if he's doing a seance, okay. But whatever these messages are going to the other side.
So and he's calling it for Valentine's Day.
he has no idea. He's out of balance. This is also a lie too, mind you. So yeah, no. There's somebody very wealthy that is doing some sort of work maybe on his behalf, or he's doing work on their behalf, or where there's work here being done, but this person is very wealthy, but it might be a female. So maybe the female hired somebody and that person's talking to him. But whoever, if he's calling somebody Kim Jong-un and he's saying, I'm talking to that person, then that person's on the other side. Now mind you, we sit amidst many a medium, so I'm not begrudging you saying that you're talking to Kim Jong-un, but my cards also say that you are also making that up. So you can't even hold the Bible the right way, so I know you ain't no medium.
I mean.
No, he's being tricked. And if he's calling somebody, they're having a really good laugh at his expense.
Prank call.
He's being manipulated.
Oh my God.
You know, and here's a good time and a laugh. So, like Johnny says, he's
being tricked. There's no way. That's why those 7 of Cups. He's being tricked.
Those pictures that came out a few months ago of Kim Jong-un, that's not him. That's not him. There's no way he lost that much weight. His face looks different. His hair is different. You know, like I'm like, that homeboy got tickets to the park a while ago. Like a while ago.
Mm-hmm. So Trump, there's a gap. January 6th said there's a gap in the phone records for January 6th from Trump. And they know from having some of the senators and Congress people's phone records, they know that he's been talking to some of them. So they know his personal phone number. Are they going to subpoena to get his personal phone number records? Because he did so much talking. Like he talked to Putin on his personal phone. Everything. You know, after criticizing Hillary for all those.
Glad. Girl. No, this is my personal. Girl, listen. Hold on. Somebody's calling me on the work phone. Hi, this is the president. How may I help you? Okay, yeah. Girl, no worry. It was just Billy Bob. So listen, girl, like that, really?
That's why Obama couldn't have his BlackBerry, because it was not secure and all this other type of stuff. And
how's that insurrection going over there? Have they climbed the walls yet? How many have they killed?
Are you watching this? Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if they subpoenaed the aides too, because that one lady that used to work for Melania, she's been on, I think, CNN or whatever. I've just seen snippets.
Stephanie Grisham.
Yeah, that says that he wouldn't use his phone, and if there's a gap, they should check the aide's phones because he could have been using the aide's phone as well.
I love this deck.
Thank you, Karen, for posting the questions for everybody.
Just give me the confirmation. They're going to try. The issue is, I think he's already with the and what's funny is, look who's on the magician card, him and Vlad. Speaking of, he's gonna do something to this phone though, to try to, like, maybe he loses the SIM card, or he's gonna try to do something to get himself out of the trouble. But the issue though is it's not necessarily going to work. Five of Wands, there's too much fighting and bickering. They already got what they need though. He's gonna try to go in and try to do something janky with that phone. I'm just gonna tell you that now.
Flush it for 15 times.
He would try to eat the SIM card or something real stupid like that. He's gonna try to with that personal phone, lose it, something. But they're gonna try, and he's gonna try to stall that process.
For entertainment purposes only, plug it in, then eat it. There you go. But there's information there that is destroyed. So, and I'm quite surprised about this. Not that he would destroy evidence, as we have seen tonight, but the fact that now it's sort of light bulb moment. Oh, they just took a bunch of stuff that I was trying to hide. I need to get rid of everything else. So here is some sort of destruction of evidence. However, the devil always leaves a trail. That's how he is always caught. The devil here and the judgment, they're going to have to go in the past to get it, whatever it is. So you need to get, this is records. So you need to go maybe to the phone company, get the whatever, but the phone itself, forget about that. Like, leave, I mean, that's probably gone or destroyed or whatever. But records that he does not hold, that some other company does, you can get. Now here, there's some sort of, as you were saying, somebody close to him, someone in the family or aides or whatever, they got other information too. And so look there, not just in him, look everywhere, look around him, look in his periphery, look in his, all of that, look in all of that, because they got stuff.
And mind you, if he was dumb enough to use, I don't know, let's say a WhatsApp, it's all encrypted and kept anyway. And I may work for a telecom. We can pull that stuff. It's data. We can find it.
I worked for a company, phone company, and a mother lost her son in overseas in the war, and wanted the last text message that he sent to her printed out. They found it somehow, some way, and sent it to her. All that stuff is somewhere. Just because you deleted it, don't mean it's deleted.
I get a yes. They'll subpoena.
Yeah, I get all the details. They're going to move on to the company. You know, they're going to go for all the records. And I get they will get them. There's going to be more information coming out about gifts of money. Oops, I'm flinging cards around, and who he's partnered with. Thank you, SO. Just I get a wealth of information coming out from his personal phone records. Let's see. Tomorrow on Valentine's Day, the charges that Mueller outlined in the Mueller report, like obstruction of justice and all those, they expire tomorrow, unless they're in sealed indictments. Because if they're in sealed indictments, then they can get a continuation on them. So are there charges for Trump in the sealed indictments Mueller left behind? By the way, we read on like over 2 years ago on is Trump destroying evidence, destroying papers and records, and got a yes. So I think it's funny all the crazy things we think to read on comes
And
out.
how long it may take until that answer actually comes out too. Well done, Devil.
You called, Johnny?
Well done.
I hate you. I'm done playing with you. No more, Becca. I can't even read my damn card.
This devil's old and haggard, though. You don't want to be this one.
I mean, looks. If I can torture people until the end of time, that's
You'll
fine.
take it, you know.
I'll take it.
I'm going to spin this to be positive because I want to be positive. First off, with the Justice card, what I'm getting is 4 swords, 7 of swords. I wonder if he put some stuff away to be sneaky. Like this was his way of, and I wonder if he did it at the last minute, actually, once his BFF came in and tried to thwart his whole investigation. I wonder if this was his last ace in the hole. Because the challenge is there is going to be some emotional news. So I think with the Page of Cups, I do think I'm going to say possibly. I don't think there's a lot because there is the Hangman and the Two of Pentacles. There's going to be a perspective change that we're going to have to kind of balance out, we the people. But I do think he put a couple in there. It's not a lot. It may be like some smaller ones or what he could do in the time that he had before his investigation got put to task.
Thank you, Rhonda. What you getting, Johnny?
Magician and the 4 swords. There is something there, but that thing is not necessarily secure to bring a charge against him either. But there is definitely something lying within with the Magician and the 4 swords. But like I said, it's not a weapon that they can hurl against him for some sort of damage. The King of Pentacles and the Death, though, I would not consider that a loss because fortunes are changing. Some major thing is happening around business and property, like actual physical buildings. So not just the land it sits on, but the property itself. So for people who are, the sharks in the water type thing, who are hunting for something to happen to this man, period, that may not get him because that was also, thank you, Catherine, that was also cut off prematurely. But this goes on. This is actually already in the works, especially in New York. There's property and major changes there. The Hermit, 9 of Cups, investigations into greed, into lavish things in the golf course. So property, golf course, that's what the worry is. And there is something there, though, with the devil and it has something to do with money. So keep this in mind too. Just because you cannot charge him from the indictment or whatever's in those records that Mueller has does not mean the information cannot be used to find something else. So you say, okay, you have proof of some sort of wrongdoing. Let me take it and build this other case. So no real loss.
What you getting, Becca?
No. I asked if there are sealed indictments from Robert Mueller for Donald Trump. No.
I get there's something like there's like a handshake agreement with somebody in DOJ is what I'm getting. That Mueller, because this was always my Mueller card, the King of Swords, like he's offered something to DOJ in secret. And whatever it is, it's explosive. But there's something written and tangible that they could take an action on. But I don't know what it is. I'm not getting indictment, but there's something, like to Johnny said, that they could take somewhere, do something else with. let's see. Got 10 more minutes.
I'm gonna go heat up some gazpacho after this, I think.
It's served cold. That's illegal. It's served cold.
That is
Cold
true.
soup.
Bishi swaps.
Why don't it? Cold soup.
The public hearings are saying will start this spring, so maybe April, May, for the January 6th committee. Will it turn more people away from the Republican Party in public hearings?
Goodness gracious. Okay. I thought I was done shuffling. You're not. Keep going.
I shuffled. I promise I shuffled. Well, the key is getting to independence. The people who are, it is going to change. Some people are going to walk away. Some people are going to be, you know what? You can't defend this. I blocked. I cannot see how you can defend what happened. You are going to have people who will walk away with, and just this was too much. I've got to move on with the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. The issue again, though, are these die-hard loyalists who will just stick behind no matter what. And I'm getting, though, again, it is the independence with Temperance and the Knight of Swords. There may not be a big enough sway with independence because you're still going to have some that want to hold on, that are still like, you know what? The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence kind of mentality, but the 4 of Pentacles still holding on. So we've got a big, this is not a slam dunk, is what I'm getting.
I get that the sensible ones, and mind you, I know quite a few actually, because every job that I've ever had in retail, I've had a Republican boss or Republican coworkers because it was the South. And so, thank you, Roberta. Now, mind you, the last boss I had, she was a Trump supporter. She voted for him. But she is not unreasonable. She's just has different judgment than I do. But she can also see when a person is lying. And so the sensible people, the people who are logic first, even in the Republican Party, especially people who are just Republican because they're financially conservative and not necessarily socially conservative, those people will have a change of heart because nothing is making sense. And that is where the people that I know who are Republican have sort of turned to, is that the party doesn't make sense anymore. And they're eating their young type of thing. And so, yes, this is going to be a revelation. You're going to get a lot more truth. You're going to get a lot more clarity in that. And so, yes, there will be some. Now, mind you, there are some people that are still injecting themselves with alcohol and bleach and all that type of stuff. They will still believe that Donald Trump is the second coming of whatever. But the sensible ones will see truth.
What'd you get, Becca?
So I asked the first question. I forgot what the first question was, the way that I asked it. It was what happened. Well, I forget. But anyways, I got child, tower, and bear. So it's like small government, but power. So, and it was in reference to the Republican Party. So it's like, wait, do they cling to power? You know, because it's showing that the smaller government is powerful, you know, like they're not going anywhere. So then I asked again, what happens to the Republican Party after the public hearings? And I got the ring, the fox, the mountain, tree, and then storks. So a promise or a commitment to block and delay investigations, something grounded, but then they move away. Something moves away. There's a move, there's a change. So it's like perhaps people move away because there's a promise here, a commitment to blocking and obstructing investigations. See what I'm saying? And then it shows growth and then people moving or something moving away. So and whatever promises they made to obstruct here, it moves forward. It changes. So it's like perhaps some people will leave, but it's. I don't know.
Thank you, Lemon Tree. I guess
something like everybody leaves the Republican Party, or you know what I mean, because it shows them still trying to cling to power some way. Like if our voters are going to leave, then we're just going to manipulate the laws and not let people vote. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So. I get a small number will move away from Republicans. It's because it shines a light on the insurrection as well as the election, the electors fraud, trying to shift votes around and stuff. And I get even some donors may move away. But in general, I get they're pretty secure as a party here in the U.S. I don't think that many will shift away, but there'll be enough that they're going to have to try to bully them back, into the party is what I'm getting.
Did you see that thing that's going on in Florida where there's, I guess there's independent groups that can go and speak to registered voters. They're going to people's houses and telling them that they have to re-register, and then they're changing their party affiliations on purpose.
Yeah, changing them from Democrat to Republican. I saw that going to a lot of senior communities.
A lot of seniors, a lot of people that do not speak English and just, so the person that found out wrote to the, I guess, Board of Electors, but that's all ran by Republicans. Do you think they give a crap? You know what I mean? It's like you're committing voter fraud right there, but.
So final question, is the Gazpacho police going to get Marjorie Taylor Greene? Because I've never seen so many comedians have fun with her last week.
She was dead serious too.
Cold Soup Patrol.
She was, bless her little heart. She had so much conviction in that little delivery, the speech she delivered.
She is such an idiot, though.
I do like that Nancy is calling them cults instead of Republicans. They're cults.
I saw something the other day. I think it was on Fire or David Pakman that was saying that she's thinking about for president. I'm like, go ahead, honey. Go get less than half of a percent. Okay.
Oh, I've never had so many cups.
You know what's sad about it too? She's so stupid. She actually thinks she's smart.
Yes.
Just thinks she's brilliant. You can just tell that, like, I'm so smart and witty and everything. And it's like, you're a freaking idiot.
I swear, watching that video of that caller telling her exactly what they thought of her, the two people that called in, I was like, that's gold right there.
Thank you, Desiree. After all her trolling of David from Parkland, when he was walking around the Capitol, it's so funny to watch her getting trolled, and she hates it. She hates
it's funny to watch her run for her life with somebody blowing a whistle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What'd you get, Adrian?
False promise and Nine of Wands. The Gazpacho police is after her behind. Yes. She's also too, God bless her. This is how she sees herself, the Queen of Cups. I am here to support and do the best for the Republican Party. But she sees herself as the star too of the Republican Party. ride or die, the die hard with the lover. She's a bumbling idiot, though. She's not around. Because I wanted to look at what is her kind of like mental state right now, because I can't imagine she's enjoying being trolled right now. She's just so not connected, grounded, nor with crown chakra. She's not here. She also truly believes what she said. She doesn't think she said anything wrong. This is what's so, like, she's doubling down.
Yeah, she can't admit she made a mistake.
And it's really her solar plexus, and good Lord Jesus, grab the right cards. No, Coleman. There we go. She's really jacked up right now. She can't see for beans. She doesn't know where to crap or go blind. This actually may be the beginning of some more major blunders from her, as if she hasn't had a mountain of blunders. Watch her, because this has put her even further in her head, and she's even more removed from reality.
She's like Trump.
And the only friend she has is the opportunist, what's his face, child molester.
Are you a pedophile? Are you a pedophile? Are you?
That's the only friend she has.
For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. What'd you get, Johnny?
Well, Adrian read my cards. That's what I got. She is in her head. She thinks she is wrong card. She thinks she is very intelligent, that she is sharp as a tack. But as I say, she is not the brightest bulb in the crayon box. Therefore, she ain't really got it. For the purpose of entertainment, I don't know this. This is just conjecture. I think she may be on something that also affects her mental, impairs her. I get the Judgment, the Page of Pentacles, or something she swallows that causes her to speak erratically. That's why there's something chemical wrong with her. And I think it's not chemical from the inside, it's chemical from the outside. And so, yeah, I mean, that's probably her right there. So there you go. Running after Nancy Pelosi. The soup police are going to get you. So it's like, what a maroon.
You get Becca.
I get, yes, the police is coming for her. But she's so stupid that she's just going to passionately overcome it. And because she's such a narcissist, she's just going to be like, and then she'll say something even more stupider. It's like she doesn't even have a bit of shame to be like, I said something wrong. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's like she doesn't even acknowledge that she's an idiot. She thinks she's really smart, So it's like, yeah, I made a huge blunder, but and then she'll go on to the next thing, So.
It's like her brain is her own echo chamber. It just loops around in her own brain. She's got her own little echo chamber going on. So no matter how confused she is, she thinks she's strong. I do think that there is some sort of addiction issue going on with her also. Substance abuse of some kind, steadily. And it affects her. I get like her motor skills, her the way she moves, and affects her mouth too. So that definitely.
Maybe she's on a bunch of steroids. Like she's just
from her bodybuilding days, and it's screwed up her brain.
I get caffeine pills too.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Adrian, for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Join Adrian on Red Lentil Healing with Johnny, Sienna Rose, and Tony from Shining Hawk on Friday nights. They're always a lot of fun. And next week we'll be on Becca's channel, House of Lenormand. And anybody got anything else?
I'll try to go live. I know I keep saying that. I keep saying it.
She's got a great grand tableau on DJ.
I didn't write it down, but I have it on the text. So I'm just
going to call him DJ, not DJT anymore. He's DJ.
Literally DJ.
In his cemetery.
DJ Grave Plot.
DJ depends.
Maybe that's why the fly was attracted to Pence's head. He bought a cemetery plot from Trump. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Nice.